Your top stories this evening sponsored by Courts, bringing value home. Tough talking opposition parliamentarians lambaste old age pension increase. Installation of generators to be completed by month end. Put your illegal guns in bags and throw them into the police compound, Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben urges. And a potent form of marijuana on the streets and in schools worrisome. HGP Nightly News begins now. Good evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Travis Chase with the Wednesday, January 17th, 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. Here's what you need to know this evening. Two tough-talking opposition parliamentarians are in disbelief over the increase of just $3,000 for pensioners. More details in this report. The announcement by the People's Progressive Party Civic of an increase in old age pension by just $3,000 more in an oil-booming economy is completely disrespectful and a disregard for senior citizens. That's the view expressed by Shadow Minister Finance Joretta Fernandes when she spoke with Nightly News on Wednesday.
Travis, I want to just put it into more perspective. This is a $1.146 trillion budget. For you to tell the old age pensioners that this is what you're giving to them, I found that the PPP they've gotten to another level of boldness. Finance
Minister Dr. Ashni Singh announced the increase during his $1.146 trillion budget 2024 presentation in the National Assembly on Monday. Finance reasoned that with the high cost of living Guyanese are experiencing, $3,000 more for the elderly cannot suffice.
This one-size-fits-all policy measure that they come with all the time is something that needs to be questioned also. We have old age pensioners throughout the length and breadth of Guyana. So the $3,000, while it may be able to buy a bottle of coconut oil and some rice in Georgetown, if you go further up into more remote locations, it can't do that.
Meanwhile, Shadow Minister of Local Government Ganesh Mahipal argued that it would appear as though the PPPC government has brushed the elderly aside when they budgeted a measly $3,000 more.
These senior citizens who worked hard, toiled in the soil to give us a Guyana where we are today, and you mean to tell me that we cannot be a caring government to provide a better old age pension to our citizens that deserve it?
The Finance Minister told the National Assembly that some 76,000 old age pensioners will benefit from the increase, totaling some $2.7 billion. Mahipal, on the other hand, believes that the budgetary allocations for certain sectors should have been less in order to put more money into the hands of the elderly.
Cost of living from the time pension was $33,000. Now it has moved to $36,000. From the time it was $33,000, cost of living surpassed the $3,000 that they're now giving.
Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News. Our developing story, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben on Wednesday said that a potent form of marijuana from Venezuela and Colombia is flooding Guyana. He said what is worrisome is the fact that synthetic drugs such as Molly and ecstasy can be found in our school system. Here is more.
Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben at a press conference on Wednesday said that Guyana has seen an increase of a potent form of marijuana from Venezuela and Colombia in its streets.
The decisions which are of yesterday morning, 172 kilograms of arms, 173 arms were seized along with 2 persons on the boat and an engine. Bags which were producing to contain fertilizer. And so those persons are incarcerated.
The minister also noted that apart from creepy, synthetic drugs such as Molly and ecstasy are also posing a challenge for the ranks of the Custom Anti-Narcotics Unit. Ben explained that the synthetics are being imported from countries like the United States of America and would normally be found on passengers entering Guyana legally. He added that when questioned, passengers would reveal that they believed it to be a medicinal drug, among other excuses. What is worrying for the government, according to Ben, is that the use of these drugs escalated in the school's system.
We're worried about what's the system where there's really high marks and something that are using
To tackle the drug problem affecting the country, Ben said that Kano will be given additional resources to expand its operations, particularly targeting drug groups and gangs in the communities. This is Shervin Belgrove reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
It is anticipated that the installation of the 17 generator sets recently acquired by the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated would be completed by the end of January. This is according to Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar. Kiris Gonzalez reports.
Minister within the Ministry of Public Works, Deodat Indar, on the sidelines of the presentation of the 2024 national budget, on Monday said that the installation of the generation sets are slated for completion soon.
They have the timeline. They have a contractual timeline. I think it was at the end of this month or something. Somewhere around that time.
Additionally, as it relates to ongoing works at the substation, the minister, in providing a brief update, noted that installation work on approximately 3 grids are ongoing.
2 to 3 of them right now are on the grid and they're installing the rest. But as they install them, they have to put in the fuel tanks, the heating tanks and so on. They're all on the plates, the concrete decking. So they have to hook them up now. The transformers have been set up and tied into the substation to step up the power. So it is adding to the grid, but they're doing it in an incremental basis.
Some 17 generators and transformers, valued at US $27 million, which arrived in Guyana in mid-December, aimed at substantially reducing the significant number of power outages nationwide. Once installed, the generators are expected to contribute 28.9 megawatts of power to the national grid. For the HGP Nightly News, I am Kiris Gonzalez.
Thank you, Kiris. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Well, that was easy. Getting what you want now. At Quartz, you can find appliances, electronics, and furniture that you need at the unbeatable prices. Bundle up and save, or buy one, get one up to 50% off selected gym equipment. Plus, get 20% off solder furniture and a free DVD player with the purchase of selected TVs. Get it now and pay it later with Ready Finance. Only at Quartz, bringing value home. Special conditions apply. Promotion runs January 1st through the 31st, 2022.
S&L Electrical Aid job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Ralph Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to kick off the new year with a bang? Digicel has an offer that'll make your January extra special. Imagine winning up to $1 million in free groceries in Digicel's $6 million groceries extravaganza. Simply top up with $1,000 or more, and you can be one of 6 lucky winners to enjoy the ultimate shopping spree worth $6 million. What are you waiting for? Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. Amid a rise in gun-related crimes across the country, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben has urged persons with illegal weapons in their possessions to surrender them. More from Tiana Cole.
If you have an illegal gun, pass by the police station, put it in the bag, and throw it in the yard.
That was Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben speaking during a hosting of his ministry's end-of-year press conference on Wednesday. The minister said his ministry has no plans at the time to conduct an amnesty on illegal weapons. As such, he urged persons with illegal firearms to surrender them.
Those who have guns and shouldn't have them should perhaps
walk into the nearest police station and give them up or put them somewhere where they could be given.
The minister added that persons who are caught and placed before the court for possession of illegal firearms should not be granted bail. He said in some instances, firearms are being misused.
We don't want to have a society in which people got guns all over the place. And in too many instances, some of our people, even if they get a licensed gun, want to go in the beer garden or someplace and wave it around and show that they got one.
The minister added that for the period of 2023, the Guyana Police Force recorded a 17% decrease in serious crimes, with a 60% clear-up rate. However, there was an increase in murders and gun-related crimes. In fact, in 2023, a total of 149 illegal firearms were confiscated. Tianako reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The agriculture sector is set to receive a significant boost in 2024 with an injection of some $97.6 billion. This is according to Senior Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh during Monday's presentation of the national budget in Parliament. Kiwis Gonzalez has more.
Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh, during his budget presentation in the National Assembly, disclosed that the government's intention to channel the sum of $97.6 billion into the agriculture sector. He highlighted the sector's noteworthy achievements since 2020, transitioning from modest rural farming enterprises to thriving large-scale plantation industries. He emphasized the continuation of its transformative trajectory in 2024 with a substantial investment aimed at propelling the agriculture sector.
In 2024, we will continue to promote investments in large-scale agriculture by opening up new lands, developing high-yielding, pest-resistant and climate-resilient crop varieties, encouraging the establishment of modern farms to facilitate the use of technology and more efficient farm practices.
Furthermore, the minister revealed plans for the launch of a state-of-the-art tissue culture laboratory poised to generate 1 million plantlets annually. This is anticipated to provide easier access to planting materials, encompassing a range of crops such as citrus, pineapple, breadfruit, coconut, plantain, and bananas. Meanwhile, Minister of Agriculture, Zulkifar Mustafa, on the sideline of the budget presentation, highlighted the significant achievements within his ministry.
In the agriculture sector, I'm very elated that we have had this massive growth. I'm looking forward to increased production this year tremendously. We are now working for Guyana to be the hub of food production in the Caribbean. Now we have to develop the infrastructure to be a country that can produce food.
Additionally, the finance minister noted that in 2023, special focus was placed on higher yields, zinc-enriched rice variety, and the establishment of a seed processing facility at Blackbush Bowler.
Meanwhile,
looking ahead, rice farmers are poised to receive additional support totaling $1.3 billion. For the HGP Nightly News, I am Chris Gonzalez.
To receive a significant boost in the areas of infrastructural, economic, and social development. Dacia Richards reports.
During Monday's 2024 budget presentation, Senior Finance Minister Dr. Ashney Singh said Indigenous peoples will continue to receive substantial support from the government.
We remain unwavering in our commitment to our Amerindian brothers and sisters and to delivering development in every single community in our country, irrespective of how far away that community may be.
The Amerindian Land Titling Project, support to the National Shells Council, and the Presidential Grant Program.
In 2023, this important and critical land titling program spent $111 million, and in 2024, we are projecting to spend $800 million.
In comparison to the budget 2023, $500 million was allocated to land titling activities, $6 to $9.7 million to the NTC, $91.8 million for transformational engagement, and $4.9 billion to presidential grants. This year, $800 million was allocated to land titling activities, $100 million to the NTC, while $3.4 billion was allocated to presidential grants. For HGP Nightly News, I am Dacia Richards.
Thank you, Daisy, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
At Raj Jewelry, we transform the most precious metals and diamonds into works of art, capturing timeless beauty, love, and commitment to create the most luxurious gold and diamond jewelries. From classic designs to modern masterpieces, our expert jewelers can help you find the perfect piece to commemorate a special occasion or simply to add a touch of luxury to your wardrobe. Raj Jewelry, Guyana's #1 retailer for luxury gold and diamond jewelry.
Watching the HGP Nightly News. Thanks for staying with us. We tell you now that with scores of Venezuelans fleeing their homeland due to economic hardship and seeking refuge in Guyana, some of them are finding themselves behind bars. You'll hear more from Tiana Cole.
While there is an influx of Venezuelans crossing the borders and entering Guyana due to the economic hardship in their homeland, Minister of Home Affairs Rupson Ben on Wednesday disclosed that a total of 23 Venezuelans are currently incarcerated.
We have 23 in the prison system. There are a range of issues which they are in the prisons for.
The minister added that offences range from murders to possession of illegal firearms.
Perhaps as a result of the influx we've had, that they have been the fastest growing currently section in the prison population in terms of foreign nationals.
The minister added that the Immigration Support Service, which falls under the purview of his ministry, continues to receive applications from persons desirous of attaining Guyanese citizenship. To date, they have received 355 applications for naturalizations and registration, while another 632 for descent.
There's a great interest now in having our documentation in terms of citizenship, birth or other registration.
The United Nations Refugee Agency, UNHCR, has confirmed that there is an estimated 22,000 Venezuelan migrants in Guyana, of which 30% are believed to be children. While the majority of this number accounts for persons forced to flee persecution and conflict in Venezuela, a smaller percentage would include those who have taken a conscious decision to leave because of economic reasons. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
On the police blotter, a recent raid in Yarra Cabra Back Dam on the Linden Highway led to the discovery of 8 marijuana fields. Daisy Richards reports.
Ranks from Regional Division 4B discovered 8 marijuana fields in Yarra Cabra Back Dam just off the Linden Highway. 4 persons have so far been arrested. The cannabis discovered ranged in heights and sizes starting from 2 feet to 3 feet, with the fields measuring 100 by 200 square feet. 8 camps were also on the site. Arrested were 25-year-old Fionn Reeves, a farmer of Circuit Road, Tamari, 35-year-old Kishore Ram, a labourer of Cummings Lodge, 29-year-old Munish Ram, also a labourer of Cummings Lodge, and 21-year-old Miguel Gomes, a painter of Hyde Park, Tamari. Miguel Gomes was found in a camp, while the other 3 persons were found in another camp. The camps were all destroyed following the discovery. The cannabis weighed 1,700 grams and the plants, when counted, totaled 6,000. Some plants were uprooted and taken as exhibits. Meanwhile, police are currently investigating the shooting of a 35-year-old farmer of Philippi Village, Upper Mazaruni. Jerome Tony on January 14th left around 1400 hours to go hunting with a fellow farmer, Derek George, also Philippi Village, who is a licensed firearm holder of a 20-gauge shotgun. During the hunting trip, they allegedly saw wild dogs and discharged multiple shots in their direction, which caused the pellet to ricochet and hit Tony to his upper left chest. On his return home, he applied homemade remedies but began to complain of pain in the area, which was followed by him vomiting blood. He visited the Philippi Health Post, where he was referred to Georgetown Public Hospital. George was escorted to the Cameron Police Station by the village Tushao. An investigation has been launched. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Your regional news is up next.
In today's fast-paced world of modern finance, with its many options and opportunities, you will need good advice and help getting value for your money. Hand-in-Hand Trust is the way to go. From owning your own home or business with our residential and commercial mortgages to drive a new car with a vehicle loan, we'll help you realize your dreams. You can also access investment deposit accounts, share brokerage services, personal trust, thrift and pension plan trusteeship, property management, investment portfolio management, safe deposit boxes, the convenience of our Cambio, Western Union, and Bill Express services. Hand-in-Hand Trust for financial services and more, helping you get the most out of your financial resources and your life.
Multi-skilled video editor / camera person wanted. Join our HGP TV video production and broadcast department for an exciting opportunity. As a video editor / camera person, your primary role involves transforming raw or pre-recorded news materials, including video, audio, and graphics, into broadcast-ready content for both television and online platforms. You also have the chance to cover assignments alongside our reporters, working either in studio or out in the field. If you are passionate about video editing and camera work and enjoy a good challenge, please get in touch with Ms. Carol Felix via email address carolfelix@hgptv.com to explore this opportunity.
Step right into the vibrant heart of Guyana with HGP TV's freshest series, Inside Culture. Join us every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. on HGP TV Channel 16, Cable 67, where Inside Culture will bring you closer to the heart and soul of Guyana. Also, Inside Culture will be streaming live on all our social media platforms, hgptv.com, Facebook, and YouTube, rebroadcasting on Sundays at 7:30 p.m.
Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Regional News. We tell you that former Caribbean Court of Justice CCJ Judge Justice Jacob Wyth has died. Justice Wyth's death was confirmed by the CCJ in a media release. Wyth, who recently retired from the CCJ due to his ill health, was 71 years old. In a tribute message to Justice Wyth, the CCJ noted he was an inaugural member of the CCJ bench in 2005, and he diligently served until his retirement in December 2023. Justice Witt has a long history of service to the regional legal landscape as he adjudicated over cases in the Netherlands Antilles and the Dutch Windward Islands of St. Martin and Saba prior to joining the CCJ. He also served as a ranking member of the CCJ Academy for Law and was the president of the Constitutional Court of St. Martin on a part-time basis. We now bring you news from Trinidad. A third person is now dead after gunmen wearing tactical gear opened fire on a group in Mervent. Police said a group of men were liming under a tent near Building D, Paradise Heights around 7:50 p.m. when a dark-colored van drove up to them. 3 men wearing police tactical gear got out of the van and identified themselves as police before shooting at the crowd, killing 26-year-old Shaquem Dennis at the scene. The killers then got back in their van and sped off. Officers of the Northeastern Division Task Force were called in and took Israel McLaren, 19, and Jamal Williams to the hospital where they were declared dead. Investigators found 18 spent 7.62 shells at the scene and 14 spent 5.6 shells. Private and public companies in the Dominican Republic are preparing for a voluntary 6-month pilot program aimed at creating a 4-day work week. It is the first move of its kind for the Caribbean country. The initiative will launch in February, with employees earning the same salary, according to the Dominican government. The move would reduce the standard work week from the required 44 hours to 36 hours, with employees working Monday through Thursday only. Labor Minister Luis Miguel de Camps says it prioritizes people, improving health and well-being, and promoting a sustainable and environmentally friendly productivity. The government's National Health Insurance Agency and power company EGE are among the companies expected to participate. A local university is tasked with analyzing the results, including any health changes in workers and relationship between work and their personal lives. Currently, companies in the Dominican Republic usually allocate 8 hours of work during the week and another 4 on Saturdays, although they are free to distribute the hours as they see fit, as long as it's not more than 44 hours a week. I am Carice Gonzalez. Thank you for watching.
Tough-talking opposition parliamentarians lambaste old age pension increase, installation of generators to be completed by month-end. Put your illegal guns in bags and throw them in the police compound, Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben urges. And a potent form of marijuana on the streets and in schools are worrisome for the police. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.